Good evening. I'm here with the weekly highlights. Azerbaijan State Water Resources Agency and the Asian Development Bank signed a technical assistance deal for the Hafsan wastewater treatment plant, the country's second major PPP project after the desalination plant. Plans include expanding the facility's capacity to 200,000 cubic meters. On September 15th, President Ilham Aliyev visited Seyitbeyli village in Khojaly district. The president reviewed reconstruction works including restored power and gas lines, water infrastructure, and newly paved roads. Of 140 houses in the village, 10 have been restored, with 44 more to be completed this year and 64 in 2026. So far, 9 families have resettled. Switzerland's largest bank, UBS, is considering relocating to the U.S. The bank is considering relocating to the U.S. due to new government requirements that could force it to raise a $26 billion safety cushion, potentially affecting its global competitiveness. UBS executives reportedly met with U.S. officials to discuss the move, though the bank declined to comment. Meanwhile, Swiss gold producers have no plans to expand to the U.S. despite pressure from Washington. Telecom LLC has expanded and modernized its network. The company is now covering 95% of Azerbaijan's territory and 98.4% of its population. Between January 2024 and August 2025, 700 base stations were upgraded and 339 new ones deployed, bringing LTE stations to over 3,700. The company also supports digital connectivity in Karabakh with 208 base stations and has increased its green stations to 37, advancing its sustainable infrastructure goals. Azerbaijan received the official flag of the World Sumo Championship during the event held in Bangkok, Thailand. Ulvi Aghamirov, vice president of the Azerbaijan-Japan Martial Arts and Culture Association, accepted the flag on behalf of the country. The move precedes next year's championship, which will be held in Baku, showcasing Azerbaijan's growing role in international martial arts events. Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan said that he had no choice but to recognize Azerbaijan's territorial integrity. He noted that his 2022 recognition aimed to also affirm Armenia's territorial integrity and added that Armenia's security was further strengthened by the peace agreement initiated in Washington on August 8th. Azerbaijan is considering granting independent status to legal practice. Under the proposal, only qualified lawyers would be allowed to practice independently, ensuring professional protection of the rights of individuals, legal entities, and state bodies. Currently, legal practice is limited to Bar Association members who have taken an oath. On September 16th, United Arab Emirates President visited Azerbaijan. President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan visited Azerbaijan and was welcomed by President Ilham Aliyev at Fuzuli International Airport, where he was briefed on the liberated territories' airports. An official ceremony was held in Shusha, followed by visits to the restored Shusha branch of National Carpet Museum and the ongoing construction of the new Shusha Mosque. The leaders also attended a Karabakh horses show at Jidr Duzu Plain. Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed highlighted on social media that the visit focused on strengthening bilateral ties, expanding economic cooperation, and supporting regional peace. SOCAR and the Mediterranean Shipping Company have signed a strategic agreement to expand SOCAR terminal in Turkey. The agreement covers the expansion of SOCAR terminal in Turkey, the largest container port in the region. U.S. President Donald Trump shared a photo from his August 8th meeting with Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev and the Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan. President Trump said that it was an honor to help settle the conflict and foster friendship. President Ilham Aliyev thanked U.S. President Donald Trump on X for his post, appreciating Trump's role in advancing the peace process with Armenia and hosting the historic Washington summit. Aliyev called Trump the architect of the eternal friendship and emerging strategic partnership between Azerbaijan and the United States and expressed his high regard for their friendship. On September 18th, President Ilham Aliyev met with European Commissioner Enlargement Marta Kos. Kos congratulated Azerbaijan on progress in normalizing relations with Armenia and advancing regional peace, while reaffirming EU support for humanitarian demining and energy cooperation. Kos congratulated Azerbaijan on progress in normalizing relations with Armenia and advancing regional peace. President Aliyev highlighted Azerbaijan's efforts to develop transport infrastructure in liberated territories, its role in European energy security, exporting gas to 10 countries, including 8 EU states, and the growing cargo volumes via the Middle Corridor. Both sides discussed further cooperation in transport and other areas of mutual interest. The next group of former internally displaced persons is returning to Kalbajar, with 32 families resettling in the area. Currently, over 50,000 people live in Karabakh and eastern Zangezur, including returning internally displaced persons, staff involved in restoration projects, and specialists in healthcare, education, culture, and tourism. And that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. See you next time.